How are we all doing? Welcome back to another day of live footy watch-alongs. We've got Nottingham Forest against Chelsea at the City Ground today. Nottingham Forest, it's been a bit of a mishmash start to the season, hasn't it? Let's be honest. It's been a bit of a funny old start to the season. Obviously, Nuno Santo leaving. Now Ange Postecoglou's in. He's under a little bit of pressure, although from his statement yesterday, you maybe wouldn't think that he is. He seemed very confident, didn't he? Very composed, almost a little bit, a little bit of a bite there from Ange Postecoglou. And Enzo Maresca not here today either, by the way. Enzo Maresca suspended or banned, whatever, from the touchline today after he ran up the touchline against Liverpool to support the winner, or to celebrate the winner. So, no Enzo Maresca on the touchline. Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez not in the side either. It's really interesting starting lineup, isn't it? To be honest, I'm not quite sure about what Chelsea are doing. They've got Reece James and Lavia sitting with Andre Santos. They've got Garnacho left, Neto right, João Pedro up front, and then for Forest, no Chris Wood, Taiwo Awoniyi starts centre forward, Anderson, Sangare, Douglas Luiz in midfield. It's basically just Gibbs White off Awoniyi. Zinchenko and Williams are going to be providing the width. Douglas Luiz, Sangare, Anderson just fighting it out in the middle. I think this is going to be quite a tough watch. Yeah, I think this could be a tough watch. I think that we could be on for maybe a 0-0, maybe a 1-0 either way. I don't think we're going to see a lot of goals in this. Q4 all. It might well be 4-all now. But no, I do. I think it's going to be a low-scoring one, a low-scoring game. I think Chelsea haven't been particularly brilliant going forward or defensively, to be honest. Forest just seem to be setting up for the point here. And I can understand why. With Ange Postecoglou, he knows that a drubbing here from Chelsea would be a real problem for him, wouldn't it? It would be a real setback. And I think he's quite obviously just going to sort of try and take the point. Or at least try and limit Chelsea's chances and try and pinch what they can on the counter-attack. Forest have got ability, there's no doubt at all about that. They can bring Hudson-Odoi on, they can bring Igor Jesus on, they've got Ndoi they can bring on, they can bring Chris Wood on if they need to. Chelsea have got a really strong bench today. Caicedo, Estevao, Gittins, Hato, George. I mean, they've got enough, certainly, in attack that they can bring on some things to change it if they need to. But yeah, no Enzo Fernandez today. No Enzo Fernandez, no Cole Palmer, no Delap, no Colwill, no Barry Shield. So, Chelsea down to the bare bones, it might well say. But yeah, listen, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an interesting one. Chelsea in recent matches have taken the edge in this one in the head-to-heads. 5 wins in the last 9 meetings for Chelsea. Forest desperately need the point. They're in 17th, right down near the foot of the table. Chelsea with a win here can go into the top 4. So Chelsea really looking to compete this season. Certainly nail down their place in the top 4. I think a win here for them is essential. For Forest, a point would be a really good result, wouldn't it? So context-wise, I think Forest would take the point. Chelsea obviously need the win. I'm going to go for a draw. I'm going to go for a 0-0 or a 1-1. Low scoring though. I think it's going to be a low scoring game. I'll put my fingers in the draw and say less than 3 goals in the game. So that's what I'm going for. I can see the chat coming in already. How are we all doing? Good to see you. Leon Stedman says Aston Villa. Bang on lad says I weirdly fancy a Forest win here today. I also think Fulham get a result. Oh, I hope so. I hope Fulham get a result tonight against Arsenal. We're watching that one, by the way, 5:30. Looking forward to that one. Three-star Reds afternoon key. This wonderful Saturday afternoon, as this game is before the watershed. I'll post my comments on the game now if it goes wrong. What a shit. Timothy the Goat, yo, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, doing really well. 3-3. John Steve, hey up key, how you doing, buddy? Not been in for a while. Yeah, good to see you, John. It's I'm doing really well. I'm looking forward to a big day of Saturday football. Nottingham Forest here. Hopefully they can get something against Chelsea. It's a much changed Chelsea side and a much changed Nottingham Forest side as well, it has to be said. So it's an intriguing fixture, this one. Hogsworld says 3-3. You think there's going to be goals in this one? Be very surprised if there's goals in it like that. Callum says Forest 1, Chelsea 2. Oh, I wonder if that's better that way, maybe. Maybe that's the way. That's how I'm supposed to have it. Hi Harv, how's it going? John, I do want Chelsea to win, but seeing Big Ange cry would be just as good. And Noah, hello, if the sentence has the wrong spelling. I don't know what we're saying, Noah, sorry. Callum thinks Forest 1, Chelsea 2. Well, listen, we'll go through the lineups. We'll go through the lineups here. So we have got Sells in goal for Forest. It's Milenkovic, Morato, and Murillo as a back three. They will have Nico Williams and Zinchenko on the left-hand side. Douglas Luiz and Sangare, with Anderson sitting in front of them, and Gibbs White and Awani as the front two. For Chelsea, it's Sanchez in goal, Cucurella left back, Ashampong and Chalobah at centre back, Reece James right back, Lavia, Gusto, it'll be Gusto at right back, won't it? They've got it wrong here. It'll be Gusto at right back, it'll be Reece James, Lavia, Andres Santos midfield three, Neto right, Garnacho left, and João Pedro through the middle. Club footy is back, says Harv. Absolutely. Yeah, it's good to have club footy back. I'm fed up of these internationals. Taylor says 2-0 to the Chelsea. And John Steve, what did you make of Borough last night? Oh, they were very fortunate, weren't they? They were very, very fortunate, I thought, Borough. Ipswich played really well. Both teams missed an absolute hatful of chances. I thought Ipswich should have had a penalty. You can't believe he didn't give that handball. But I would go for Ipswich. I think Ipswich should have won that one. Or at least should have got something from it. Borough were very, very lucky in the end. Got an own goal. Yeah, own goal wasn't... And the second goal was offside as well. So, fortunate, I would say, Borough. Daz, stat for you. Michael Oliver has been in the middle last 3 times. And he has again tomorrow. What Michael Oliver's refereed Liverpool's last 3 games? Is that what you mean, Daz? 3-star Reds, Taiwo up front. He had a sweat on in the warm-up. It's nearly the end of October and a ball has not been kicked by him. Wish it was still international break. Forest go unbeaten when we have one. Callum says, it makes me want to punch my screen seeing how weak that Chelsea side is. We should have done these in. Well, mate, we did play really well against Chelsea. We just didn't take our chances. It's just... I thought we were the better team against Chelsea. I can't understand why people didn't think that. We had by far the better chances. Even if you're an XG, noob, whatever, if you like those XG stats, Liverpool had double the XG of Chelsea in that game. We were all over them. Reece, can't believe Wharton might be going to United. Nah, he's not. Come on, Wharton's going nowhere near United. Adam Wharton's going nowhere near him. John says, really, I thought we were comfortable for the most part. The talent Ipswich have, we snuffed out. You can't say you were comfortable. Ipswich got a penalty, they missed it, right? There was another penalty that they should have had. The handball, I think, was a certain penalty. Right, we're off and underway here, by the way. Oh, I need to change the score. The kit. I thought Chelsea would be in the blue, but no, they're in the lovely away kit. Here's Forrest, they're in already. Chance! Oh, he just couldn't get enough on it. Taiwo Awoniyi straight away. Not really got any power in his shot there, but a big chance early on. Big chance early on for Forrest. H, I was hoping Wood would start. And Max Tittle says, yes, mate, how's it going? Long time. Hope you're well. You too, Max. Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm really good. I'm just enjoying the weekend's footy. A bit of Saturday football. Caleb, score predictions for Chelsea. I think it's going to be a low-scoring one, this. I've gone for 0-0 or 1-1. Maybe 1-0 either way, but I don't think we'll see any more than 2 goals in the game. And an absolute max. Reece, so boring having the Liverpool v United game on a Sunday. Arsenal on R5 as well against Fulham. Get wheels on that Chelsea goal. I think you need wheels on the Chelsea goal or the goalkeeper to have cement boots on for that to go in. Opta's win percentage today, by the way. Chelsea are a 48.1% percentage chance of winning this one. Forest 27.8%. But an important factor as well is that Chelsea, historically, away from home, especially under Enzo Maresca in the last 12 months, Chelsea's away form hasn't been particularly good. So, although Chelsea are favourites, their away form isn't sufficiently good that you'd look at this and think, Chelsea will walk these. Chelsea will be all over these. I really don't think they will. Chelsea, away form, not great. Forest, we know how strong they can be. We know how hard they work. That's a foul. Come on. I'm really surprised he's gone with Awoniyi up front, though. He's got Chris Wood on the bench, he's got Igor Jesus on the bench, and Taiwo Awoniyi starts up front first time this season. It's a big call, that, from Ange Postecoglou. John Steve says Chelsea miss Palmer big time. You realise how good he is when he's not there. He's unbelievable, Cole Palmer. Yeah, they're going to struggle defensively today, though, Chelsea. But I'm more worried about them through... Well, I'm not worried at all. I want Nottingham Forest to win. I'm more worried that through the middle of the park, where they've got Andre Santos, Reece James, and Lavia. Oh, it's a great run. Neto. Chance. It must be. Oh, what a bit of defending that is. Tell you what, good save from Sells. The ball falls in the 6-yard box. And I don't know who it is who ends up getting the ball cleared away. But I tell you what, big chance there. Pedro Neto causing problems down the right-hand side for Chelsea. He gets into the box. Forrest can't touch him. It's a cross in from the right-hand side from Gusto. And I think it actually goes behind for a goal kick. Yeah, I think it's a goal kick. It hits Sells. Yeah, just about goal kick. I tell you what, close that though. Chelsea getting into the box, causing chaos already. Caleb says that Jesus for Forest is a player key. Well, he's done all right in the cup games, hasn't he? He's looked all right in the cup, but maybe not so much in the Premier League just yet. Still feel like he's finding his feet in the Prem. But Ange Postecoglou yet to register a win as Forest manager. Took over in September, hasn't yet got a win. So he was very, very vocal, wasn't he, in his pre-match press conference, vocally defending sort of his long-term vision, really talking about patience and saying that, you know, he's got full faith in his own ability to turn things round. He made the comment that you can say what you like about me, but ultimately when it boils down to it, it always ends with me and a trophy. That's what he said. I was told when I went to Tottenham, we've got to win this club. We've got to win the trophy for this club. We've brought in winners like Mourinho and Conte. They haven't quite managed it. And Ange Postecoglou goes in, delivers a trophy. I honestly think Ange Postecoglou is massively, massively underrated. I don't think he's a terrible manager. I don't think he's like world class, but I think the fact that you go in and you deliver trophies at a club that historically hasn't won a lot of trophies, got to give him credit. I think he's one of them that it's too easy to take the piss out of Ange Postecoglou because he finished 17th and it wasn't a great domestic season for him. But he is right in what he's saying, in that they did have, towards the end of last season, didn't they? They had sort of a few games where he was playing kind of the second string. He was dropping some of the big players because he wanted to keep them fresh for Europe. I understood that. So therefore, when you look at Spurs' season in that context, that actually over the last 5-10 games, they were actually just focusing on Europe. Kind of makes sense why they finished 17th. And maybe if he'd have focused more on the league, they wouldn't have the Cup, they wouldn't have Champions League, but maybe he'd have got a respectable 10th or 9th. And maybe he'd have kept his job. Who knows? It's mad how the world works like that, isn't it? Jake, good to see you. Jake, how's it going? And Wyatt, good to see you too. How's it going this morning, Jake? John Steve says seeing Big Ange pissed off fuels my weekend. Here we go. Chelsea coming forward down the left-hand side with Cucurella. Good ball in. Garnacho. Cleared away. Jake, felt great last night. Really struggling this morning. Just can't eat or sleep. Cheers, Key means a lot. Listen, mate. Just trust me. Focus on your kids. Focus on you. It's all you can do. Tomorrow's a brand new day. Don't let it get on top of you. It's easier said than done, I know. Forest in. Chance. Must be. Finish it. Oh, he's had an absolute nightmare. Try and enjoy the footy today, mate. I know it's going to be... Hopefully you lads get a win against Brighton anyway. That might brighten your day up. But just try and keep yourself upbeat and all that. It's... Try and Joe always cheers me up as well. I know you might not think this to look at me. If you've got a dog, or if you've got, even if you've not got a dog, go and get up the park. Go and take a walk in nature. Even if it's just half hour. Get yourself out the house, go and take a walk. Do things that are good for the soul when you're feeling a bit down. Go and get yourself out. Go and just go for a stroll. Get some lungs into the air. A couple of deep breaths. That's what it's about. Jake, it's her birthday tomorrow. Really hope you get to see her. I'm sure you will do, mate. I'm sure you will. And hopefully you'll, at the very least, get FaceTime of some sorts or something. Smell and Weep says, why would anybody take the Forest job with that clown in charge? I assume you mean Marinakis. Well, I think the fact that he's backed him to an extent. João Pedro, chance for Chelsea. It's a great bit of play that by João Pedro, but Forest crowd him out. Better, much better. That's a foul, referee. No, he's letting it run. Come on, Chels. Listen to him. Listen, Timbo. 3-star Reds, needless foul from Morata. Stephen King, hey Key, how you doing after your failure last night? What a team, Borough, how so wrong you was with the result. Listen, Stephen, I think you and I won't see a lot of each other in the latter part of the season. I think you might drift off and we might not see you too much on this channel. I'm not going to say why, but I think there's a very big chance you just retreat. Do you know how you said last night if Ipswich manage to get a result, you'll drift off? Yeah, I think something tells me that Borough will be about 10th come March, April time, and we won't see so much of you. It'll be a shame. I hope not. I hope you stick around, mate. I really do. Callum says, why did Louise leave Juventus for Forest? It's a bad downgrade, that. He didn't really have an awful lot of alternatives. Juventus didn't really want him. It hasn't worked out, the move there, has it? And, you know, he did all right at Villa. I thought the move from Villa to Juventus was the wrong choice for him. Alan says, Michael Oliver has been the ref the last 2 times Liverpool played Man U at Anfield in the league. Both games ending in a draw. He's the ref tomorrow. Yeah, you can't put too much stock in that. You can't put too much stock in who the referee is, and I actually don't mind Michael Oliver. He's not the end of the world as a referee. He's probably the best one there is from a Premier League point of view. He's had some mistakes for Liverpool. I'm sure he's had some for United over the years as well. But there's not a ref that you can pick that hasn't. Every ref has had some sort of poor performance, and it's just human nature, I guess. You've just got to accept it. Jay, what do you think of Frimpong? I think he's overhyped. Why do you think he's overhyped? Callum says, are you not doing Man City v Everton? I'm not, mate. No, I'm going to be just doing this one and then Arsenal later on tonight, R5. John Steve says, Borough will not finish 10th, Key. How are you, man? Now, listen, I'm not saying you'll finish 10th, but I think you won't be... I don't think you'll be in the automatic spots. You'll not be anywhere near the automatic spots. You might at an absolute push sneak the playoffs. And an absolute push you'll sneak the playoffs, but I can't see you doing much more than that. Colby Donovan, do you know Celtic Scotland? Never heard of him. 3-star Red said, if this squad of players were brought in for Ange, if the rumours are true, then Mr. Marinakis will want results sooner rather than later. I'm sure he would. That's why he's going to give him a bit of patience, hasn't he? Stephen, I was coming back regardless last night. It just happens Borough won, like I said, and I'll stay, and so will Borough. I plan on being in the Premier League stuff in your lot. Yeah, okay. Plan away, Chief. I think we'll see you in the Premier League next Jalemba. Cooper says, who wins, Villa and Spurs? I think Spurs. Yeah, fancy Spurs. At a push, Villa might get a point. I can't see him getting any more than that, though. Stephen King, do Liverpool play today? Need a win, don't they? No, they don't play today, mate, no. Play tomorrow. Tomorrow against Man United. I'm live for that one as well. There's Mr. Marinakis himself in the stands. Cooper says, nah, Villa 3-1, Marlon hat-trick. Christ, Marlon's started playing quite well in the last couple of games, and all of a sudden he's been crap, hasn't he? Terrible signing. He's had a little bit of a blue patch, though. Purple patch. 3-star Reds. Marinakis already looking unhappy. I mean, look, he's obviously a difficult guy to please, given what Nuno Santo achieved, and he managed to sack him. But I do think he's an owner that's managed to get Forest. He's certainly shown enough backing, hasn't he? He's shown enough backing to get Forest where they are. You've got to give him credit for that. John Steve, Fabio Barini on the bench for Salford. When did that happen? He signed for him. I think it was only announced yesterday. It was literally, yesterday, last 24, 48 hours maybe. That he joined. He's been on a free. He's been training with him for fitness, and he's joined Salford on a short-term deal. Fabio Barini. He was a baller once upon a time. He was alright, wasn't he? Yeah, he was a decent player, Barini. He played for Liverpool. Chelsea just knocking it around the back. Here's Garnacho down the left-hand side. And that's better defending. Really good play, that by Milenkovic. Really good play. This is good from Forest. This is better. Much better. Come on, Forest. Timbo says, was it you who said Santos isn't getting a kick? Sod's Law, he starts the very next game. That's my that's my look to a teammate. Yeah, he hasn't been starting though. In fairness, has he? Certainly hasn't been a regular. Stephen, is there room for Isak at Salford? I'm sure they'd find room for him. Yeah, sneak him in on the bench. Him and Fabio Barini. It's a long ball over the top. Forest down the left-hand side. Can he keep it in, Gibbs White? Just about. Three-star Reds, tell you what, Key. Seeing Murillo back in the defence is great to see. Just need Aina back. Well, Zinchenko's not a bad signing. I think Zinchenko's all right on that left-hand side, as is Nico Williams on the right. I don't think Forest lose an awful lot by not having Olaina there. Murillo, though, he's really, really important, isn't he? He's a really important centre-back. Fabulous player. Like him a lot, Murillo. Look at that as well. Great ball. Ball splitting. Defence splitting pass. Timbo says, concerned with no Caicedo today. Gusto is not a replacement. Do you know what? I don't think he is. Gusto isn't the replacement. I think Reece James is playing in there, isn't he? Ball back to Robert Sanchez, who knocks it long. Three-star Reds, Bayern's interest in Murillo when January arrives is worrying. I can't see him going to Bayern. Oh, Forest in with a chance. Hit it! Oh, just over. Unlucky. Big chance for Gibbs White. Should have scored there. Desperately needed to score that one. Shocking from Lavia. Yeah, really poor. And Gibbs White goes with the shot. Oh, he was just wide. Very nearly found top bins there, Morgan Gibbs White. I actually think it was wide, not over. Unlucky. Jim says, not the most exciting start to this one. Oh, very nearly two. I tell you what, he's coming. Callum says, Forest don't know where the net is. Well, Gibbs White's just had two big chances in the last 60 seconds. Chelsea fall into bits here. Rule number one in football, don't let it bounce. As a defender, never let it bounce. That's rule number 1, 2 and 3. Timbo says, Key, just get your Forest top out, mate. If I had one, Chief, believe me, I would. Believe me, I would. Three-star Reds, we need to take these chances. They're not going to keep coming, are they? You've got to hope Chelsea don't get back into the game. We need Forest to step it up and get one early doors. Come on, Forest. Come on, Forest. We need a Chelsea hate watch. Garnacho offside there, ref. He's offside. He's giving away anyway. Oh, this referee's give a foul. He's shocking. He's an absolutely dreadful ref. Nobody knows three. He says first team to score, Chelsea, and both teams to score. Well, you were very nearly down on that one straight away. Forest have had a couple of big chances already in this one. It's coming. I'm telling you, it's coming. Reece James and Neto stood over the ball here for a free kick into the box. First real chance for Chelsea to put something in. Something into the area. Here we go. It's played short. Floated over. Garnacho. And cleared away by Forest. Good defending. It was Cucurella just creeping in at the far side. And he was offside. Refs give it offside. Rube says, Key, you not reffing, are you? Said he was rubbish. Well, yeah, that was a poor decision. Yeah, that was the wrong decision from the referee. Awani causing problems up there. Good play by Gibbs White. And what is that from Sangare? Ugh. Christ, how'd you touch? Honestly, Sangare, that's really poor from Sangare. Forest through the middle of the park. That's better. Zinchenko. Chelsea crowding them out. Getting lots of bodies back here, Chelsea. It's going to be a free kick. Oh, come on. Let's wake it up a little bit. The old Steven Gerrard. Let's get the game pumping. Let's get the blood pumping. Saturday, feels like it's a Saturday morning. Saturday lunchtime, early afternoon, come on. Wake up, lads. I know you've had your international break, but time's over, let's get stuck in. I hate these first games back after the international break because they always throw up some random results, don't they? There's always some, like, bizarre result that you could just never legislate or plan for. John, nothing happening in the Championship 3 snooze fest so far. Well, Oxford have just scored against Derby. Just as you type that, John, Oxford have gone in front against Derby. That's the only thing that I can see, really, in the Championship. QPR 0, Millwall 0, Southampton 0, Swansea 0. But yeah, Oxford have gone in front. In League 1, it's still 0-0. Lincoln Stevenage, still 0-0. Burton and Peterborough. But goals in League 2 though. Cambridge 1, Bromley 0 and Salford 1, Oldham 0 in that one. And Salford have got Fabio Barini on the bench again, just a reminder. Is that going to be a corner? I don't think it is. I think it's gone straight out of play there. Oxford 1, Sheep 0. Yep, Derby County a goal down. They heard me. It's a long ball over the top and Sells just about gets it away. I was lucky that. Well, so far, I've got to say, my prediction is coming true. I said low goals. I don't think there'll be too many chances or too many actual goals in the game. I think I said under 3 goals and it might be a 1-0 either way or even a 0-0. 25 minutes in. Had a couple of half chances, but I think I'm happy. I think that's a pretty bang-on assessment of what we were going to see here. Chelsea playing so casual around the back from Chelsea. They're getting quite sloppy with it. Cleared away. And... Oh, unlucky. Is it? Let's give a free kick to... Let's give a free kick to Forest. Yeah, Andre Santos seemed to get fouled there, but he's given a free kick to Forest. Yeah, for the shove in the back. It's a clear shove, that. And Anderson got... I think Anderson gave him a sly little elbow there. Andre Santos not happy with that. Wyatt, Key, when you want to watch a Norwich game? I don't know, you know. I don't know when the next one is that we could do. I think was I on for the Ipswich game? I can't remember. Certainly watched the Ipswich game anyway. I don't think we did the watch along though. Douglas Luiz with a free kick here on the right hand side. Chance for Forest to get one in the box. About 40 yards out, right to centre. Whipped in. Chance. Far post, maybe. Oh, Robert Sanchez keeps it out. Unlucky. 3-star Reds. Chelsea playing that poor as John Texter picked the Chelsea lineup. And Callum says Man City Everton prediction. Oh yeah, they'll batter Everton. 3 or 4-0. 4-0. City 4, Everton 0. John Steve, did you not watch the derby last Sunday? Answered that question as I sent it. Yeah, I think just about. I think I did. I watched a bit of it, but I don't think I did the live watch along. Rubes, when are you going to do a Brighton game next? I think I've got a Brighton game coming up. It's on. If you go to YouTube, you can see all the games that I've got coming up. And I think we've got Brighton against Man United on the 25th. A week today. Next Saturday, we're doing 5 o'clock. Man United against Brighton at Old Trafford. So there you go. There's your next Brighton game, Rubes. Hey, Chimey, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. Hopefully you're still around tomorrow when we've stuck 3 or 4 past you. Lavia's having a pretty poor start to this game, isn't he? He's not doing so well, Romeo Lavia. Bit all over the place so far. 3 points for Brighton then. Hey, I'll be cheering along for Brighton that game, mate. We'll be rooting for them together, if nothing else, on that one. Right, Chelsea free kick, dead centre, 40 yards out. Goals for goal, silly from Reece James. Stupid. Sells caught a catching practice for Matt Sells, that one. Coming up to the half-hour mark. It's not been a great start to the game. Not one for the purists. It's this one. Charmy, I need a Chelsea win today. I need a Chelsea goal, but I'm not convinced it's going to be a Chelsea win. Yeah, I need a Chelsea goal though. Rubes 0 points out of 6 for Man United. See this, and that's how quickly it can change, can't it? Because that's the sort of thing that will change it for Amorim. A loss against us, and then against Brighton next week at Old Trafford, and all of a sudden they'll be talking about sacking him. Oh, that's a foul, ref. Come on. Give him a yellow card, ref. How many times? Romeo Lavia, he's got to be getting a yellow card here now. Yellow card, ref. Come on. Get him booked. He's flying into the back of players and he's getting none of the ball. Oh, unlucky. That's great play by Elliot Anderson. Wins it back off Garnacho. Garnacho claiming an elbow to the face. He's all arms and elbows, isn't he? Elliot Anderson. Here we go. Ball down the right-hand side. Callum says, what if this was AI that we were watching, AI football? It could well be. Maybe in future that's what it will be. I hope we don't. I'm sure I won't live around to see that time, but it might well be. Here's Garnacho down the left. Good ball in. Too easy that for the keeper. Far too easy. John Steve says international football isn't the same anymore, in my opinion. I mean, it ceases to mean anything when you've got players changing countries. That, yeah, that I just don't think. And you've got managers managing countries that they're not from, so it ceases to mean anything for me. I don't enjoy international football at all. I like it because it's football, and I'll watch any football really, but I don't like it. I don't enjoy international football. Callum, Villarreal v Barca in America. Yeah, in Miami, isn't it? And did you see last night, by the way? I don't know if people clocked this, but last night in the Espanyol Real Oviedo game, or Real Oviedo v Espanyol, it was at Oviedo. Oviedo v Espanyol, they didn't play for the first 30 seconds as a protest against the Villarreal v Barcelona in the Miami fixture. Sorry, yeah. Let me repeat that. Real Oviedo and Espanyol in the fixture last night in La Liga did not play for the first 30 seconds as a protest against Barcelona playing Villarreal in a scheduled fixture to be played in Miami. It's been played outside of Spain for the very first time. An actual domestic league game being played outside of Spain. Crazy, and it's not the side. It's not a future that we want to see. But do you know what that is a response to? It's a response to the fact that the Americans have started to realise that they play, like, do you know, it used to be many, many moons ago that pre-season tours would take place in the US and in Japan and all these places because it was money spinning, it was really good, it was lucrative for the clubs. They would go over, they would open pop-up shops, and they would have fans from the US and Korea and Japan and wherever. They would wherever the tour was, they would come and they would empty those pop-up shops. That is exactly what the clubs want because it's massively lucrative. Now, the fans aren't buying it, are they? They had the Premier League Summer Series this year, pre-season tour in America, and it was Everton, West Ham, United, and someone else. I can't remember who else. It was Bournemouth, Everton, West Ham, and United in the Premier League Summer Series, right? And nobody, the stadiums weren't full. Nobody really tuned into it. It was a bit meh. And the American fans now want to see games that mean something. That's what it's about. They want to see games that mean something. Peaky Blinders, thank you for subscribing. Very, very kind of you. Thank you for that, mate. John Steve says, Sheffield Wednesday are planning a protest for Wednesday night when we play them. Might be worth tuning into. Well, it's Sheffield Wednesday have got Charlton today, haven't they? Peaky, is this live online? Possibly, yeah. If you've got TNT Sports subscription or if you've got any other sort of channel, I don't know where else it might be being broadcast. I don't know where in the world you are. But I'm watching it on TNT Sports here. Callum says boycott football if Liverpool do it. I think the Premier League, there's no way it could happen in England. I feel like in Spain they don't have away fans, do they really? Going away to watch games of football, it's culturally not really a thing. There's maybe a small following, but not anywhere near like in England. You can go to like the second, third and fourth tier and you'll find away teams taking thousands of fans. It just doesn't happen in many other countries. So Barcelona and Villarreal, it just won't matter. I mean, I think they've offered to fly Villarreal because technically it's Villarreal's home game. It should be being played at the Madrigal, but I think it's one of them that if they were able to, or Garnacho unlucky, They're on about flying Villarreal fans over, season ticket holders over, for that game, as a way of compensating them. Peaky Blinder says, I'm glad you mentioned Japanese football. Do you pay attention to the Asian League? I do, yes. Yeah, I've been watching Kashiwa Reysol. Was it this morning, Kashiwa Reysol? I was keeping an eye on that one. Vissel Kobe drew, didn't they, last night, 0-0. So, yeah, I do keep an eye out on the Japanese League occasionally. Maybe not so much as the European leagues, but yeah, of course, yeah. Vissel Kobe, Kashiwa Reysol, Kashima Antlers played last night, I believe, as well. Was it It was Yokohama, wasn't it? Yokohama F. Marinos. Philip Carr, what's the score? It's 0-0. Forest 0, Chelsea 0. 37 minutes gone. It's been a couple of chances, maybe half chances for Forest. Chelsea growing into the game a little bit more now. They're starting to get a bit more possession. But it's not been a fantastic game to watch, I'll be honest. Callum says Man City 2, Everton 0, Haaland double. Chance, far post, straight out of play. Philip Carr, come on Forest. Happy J, who's the better team? The better team, I would say, has been Forest so far, but Chelsea are having more of the possession in the last sort of 10-15 minutes. John Steve, there's more and more Japanese players popping up in England. Well, do you know what? There's more and more Japanese players popping up across Europe that are starting to produce really, really top players. Like back in the day, 25 years ago, 30 years ago, the best Japanese players were like Hidetoshi Nakata and Keisuke Honda and Inamoto, played for Arsenal briefly. But there weren't too many really, really good Japanese players around in sort of the mid-90s and the early noughties. Keisuke Honda was probably one of the better ones. Nakata before him was unbelievable. Played for Roma. And yeah, now it feels like we're starting to get a real flow of quality Japanese players coming into the game. There's Sano, who plays for Mainz, really, really talented player. There's Minamino, of course, who we've seen at Liverpool, now at Monaco. Endo at Liverpool. Really love Wataru Endo, one of the better players for Liverpool. Tanaka, obviously for Leeds. There's lots of really, really talented players in the Premier League who are from Japan. Chance, over the bar from Chelsea. D28, 1-0 to Millwall. Rastamouse, what's the score? It's 0-0, mate. Peaky says, in fact, it was impossible for China to lose football to Japan in the 80s, but more than 20 years have passed. Oh, Japan would wipe the floor with China now, wouldn't they? Yeah, Japan's got a great team. Mitoma as well. Yeah, Christ, how did I forget Mitoma? Liam, afternoon, Key. Good to see you, Liam. How's things, man? Cambridge 2, Bromley 0. Ooh, is that a foul? Yeah, just about. Alex says Chelsea have half the team missing. I mean, Chelsea have still got a very, very decent squad there that you would imagine would come to Forest in the form that Forest are in and would be able to get at least a point and hurt Forest. And we haven't really seen them hurt Forest so far. We've not seen a real chance created for Chelsea. They've been pretty poor. Joe says Forest kit reminds me of the 16-17 championship season. I like Forest's kit. Yeah, I've got a rule that I don't buy other Premier League kits, but I think if I did, Forest's kit would be on there. I like Forest's kit this year. It's going to be a yellow card for, is it Douglas Luiz? No, it's Morato, isn't it? Morato, yellow card. João Pedro getting fouled there and pulled back by him. Under the floodlights, I'm at work, can't watch the game. Can you sum it up so far? 0-0, 42 minutes on the clock. Approaching half-time. Chelsea have had maybe, I don't know, 70%, 60% possession. I think Chelsea have probably had more of the ball. Let me just clarify that that's right. But I would say they've had more of the ball, Chelsea. Certainly in the last 10 minutes anyway. Maybe earlier in the game they had a little bit less, but I would say they've had more of the ball. Chance for Chelsea. Oh, just wide. First big chance for Chelsea, and Andrés Santos puts it wide. 52% possession for Chelsea, 48 for Forest, but I think Chelsea have had probably more in the last 10-15. A lovely long ball over the top. It's the first real chance that Chelsea have had that. First chance of the game for Chelsea. And it's 42 minutes on the clock. They've just put it wide, Andrés Santos. Nottingham Forest have had a couple of half chances. No more than that. I would say Forest could have certainly taken the lead early on in the game, but it wasn't a couple of clear chances anyway. They were more mistakes from Chelsea. Anderson's going to get booked here, I think. Peaky Blinders says, are there any better Korean players besides Tottenham's Korean speed? There's quite a lot of good Korean players. Yeah, Korea's a little bit like Japan in that sense, in that they are now starting to produce really good players. Lee Kangin at PSG's had a really decent sort of. I mean, how old is he now? Feels like he's maybe not. He was like a wonder kid, wasn't he? Lee Kangin when he first came out of, it was at Valencia, wasn't he? But yeah, he's at PSG. I don't know how old he is. I would guess maybe 25, 26 at a push. But he's done all right. He's maybe not cemented himself in the starting lineup at PSG, but he's proven to be a valuable player. You know, Kim Min-jae, what about him at Bayern Munich? He's another decent centre-back we've seen. Callum, other than Liverpool, Key, what other big side do you like watching in Europe? And I mean the likes of PSG, Bayern, Atleti, Barca, Real Madrid, Inter, etc. I don't really enjoy watching too many of the big teams. I don't mind watching Barca. Yeah, I like if I was to watch any, I like watching Barcelona. I like the style of play that Barca play, and I like watching Italian football in general. So that would probably be it, maybe. Grizzly Mob, how's it going, Grizzly? Good to see you, Jordan. Hwang was decent for Wolves, yeah. Hwang, he's still there. Hwang Hee-chan. Yeah, there's loads of good South Korean players. I'm just thinking of the more prominent ones across Europe. 3-star Reds, my view on this first half. I'm not watching sumo wrestling on BBC yet, so it must be doing something right. Andrés Santos here for Chelsea. Ball goes back to Neto. Strike just over the bar. Into a minute of added on time at the end of this first half. Garnacho's shocking. He's not had a great start to this game, has he? Chelsea don't even impress me, even with their fully fit squad. Rubes, there's a guy at Newcastle. There's a couple of young players. Yeah, lots of young players coming. And again, that's a sign of, there's a lot of investment in the academies over in South Korea. But they're probably the best two, I would say. Kim Min-jae at Bayern and Lee Kang-in at PSG. Jordan says, one I'll always remember from Japan is Shinji Kagawa. I didn't even remember. Do you know what? This is it. There's that many really, really top South Korean and Japanese players who we've been talking about. Right, so it's half-time here. Half-time, 0-0. Not a particularly good game so far. John, what did Maresca do last game? I forgot. Why is he in the stands? You're winding me up. You're winding me up. SLS 16, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. LS, what do you predict for this game? I said before the game that I thought it would be a low-scoring, maybe one goal either way. So 1-0 to Forest, 1-0 to Chelsea, maybe in a push, an absolute push, maybe 1-1. But I didn't think we would see too many goals in the. That's the important thing, I would say. Wyatt, oh, thank you for that, Wyatt. Very, very nice of you to do that, mate. Really appreciate it. Ange deserves time, in my opinion. It will click with Forest fans. We've seen glimpses today. Sean Shannon won non-COVID league in 40 years. That's still one more than Man United had in the same time period, believe it or not. Eddie Pollock, I haven't watched the game, but is Ange playing harambol with the 5-3-2 formation? He's not, no, he's been alright, they've played okay. Yeah, they've played okay. Peaky Blinders, China once had a Li Wu in the Spanish league, but that was 3 years ago. Well, China's most famous player, I would say right now, is Tyus Browning. You might remember him. He used to play for Everton. He came through the Everton Academy. He was born in Liverpool, I believe, but sure it might be his mum or his grandma. He's Chinese and therefore qualifies for playing for China. And now he's playing in China and for China. Tyus Browning. Not a particularly Chinese-sounding name, but there you go. John Steve instantly called my bluff, Key. Fair play. I know your game. Liam, how are you today, Key? I'm alright, mate, thank you. Yeah, I'm good. Hopefully you are too. Hopefully life's treating you well. Peaky Blinders, there may only be one goal in this. I think so too, yeah. I don't think there's going to be many more. G. Lawrence, Key, thoughts on Arsenal, Fulham later. Craven Cottage, tough place to go for Arsenal. They've struggled there in the last year or two. I think Arsenal will. I'm going to go for a point. I think Fulham get a point. Yeah, I think Arsenal maybe do just drop a point. Drop 2 points rather, not 1 point. QPR 0, Millwall 2. Bloody hell. Joe says, how Akey do our Brighton game? Nah, not doing a Brighton game. Not doing Newcastle Brighton. Behave yourself. What is the best Liverpool shirt of all time? Probably that green one. Just there. My favourite. This one here. That's my favourite anyway. Each to their own. I like lots of Liverpool shirts. Gar says Garnacho, by the way, absolute mincemeat. And G. Lawrence says, I'm at the game today. First time at Craven Cottage since the stadium revamp. Looking forward to it. Oh, enjoy, mate. Good. Enjoy it. Peaky Blinders, he was in prison for taking bribes. Who? Tyus Browning? Was he really? I don't know. I've never heard that before. Tom, Liverpool, best team in the world. Yes, absolutely, mate. You called it. Arsenal 3 points. Gyökeres on the score sheet. Nah, no chance. No chance. Right, well, listen, why it's half-time, let's do our half-time game, right? So I'm starting to do this regularly now, right? Yesterday, we did the top 10 Frenchmen in the Premier League by number of appearances, okay? Top 10 Frenchmen in the Premier League by number of appearances. We did that yesterday. I really liked it. Hopefully you guys did. Before that, the day before, we did Belgians, the top 5 Belgians in the Premier League by number of appearances. A few people struggled with these, but it's quite fun. We did it in the chat. People dived in and gave their answers and stuff. So if you want to get involved, just throw your answers in the chat. Today, we are going to do... hang on 1 second. G. Lawrence Key, do I get a prize for getting the Sylvain Distan and Steed Malbranc answers yesterday? You don't get a prize, but I'll tell you what you do get. You get the honour. You get the honour. That's what you get, and that's more important than anything. Reese, did you see Mark Clattenburg absolutely ripping into Howard Webb? I didn't know. Right, so go on. We're doing the top 10 players in the Premier League. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just... I'm sorry. I'm getting thrown curveballs here. Lee Ty for Everton. Oh, yeah, Lee Ty. I saw Lee Ty did as well. Bring on the main man, Moish, and user 280, where are you from? I am from the northwest of England, mate. Where are you from, more importantly? Reese, did you see Mark Clattenburg? I didn't see Mark Clattenburg ripping into Howard Webb, but he does like to rip into everyone, to be honest. Rubes, just do the quiz. Patience, young Padawan. Right, so... we are going to do the top 10... Chelsea forever, better than Ronaldo, hear me out. Right. So, the top 10 Premier League Spaniards by number of appearances in the Premier League, right? So, top 10 Spaniards to ever play in the Premier League by number of appearances. That's what I'm looking for. Give me your answers. Let me get get the old pen and paper out. De Gea, David Silva, Fabregas, all in there. They're all in there. Where are we up to? Sorry. Diego Costa. I'm trying to compile some of these because I don't think Diego Costa would have made it in there. Because I mean, Diego Costa's technically Brazilian, isn't he? Is it half-time in the Chelsea game, Danny? It is, mate. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so Diego Costa is not in there, right? So you've got David De Gea. He is 1. Okay? So De Gea is 1. You've got 1. Cesc Fabregas 2. Cesar Azpilicueta 3. Mikel Arteta 6. And who else did you say? David Silva 4. So you've got De Gea, Fabregas, Azpilicueta, Silva, and Arteta. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 5 out of 10 so far. Pepe Reina, Chimey, he's right. Pepe Reina is 5th. So it's De Gea 1, Fabregas 2, Azpilicueta 3, David Silva 4, Pepe Reina 5, Mikel Arteta 6th. 4 more to go. Give me another 4. Jake, what we doing, Key? We're doing the top 10 Spaniards by Premier League appearances. By number of Premier League appearances. We've got David De Gea 1, Cesc Fabregas 2, Azpilicueta 3, David Silva 4, Pepe Reina 5, Mikel Arteta 6th. I've just seen Timbo's mentioned Juan Mata. That's 7. Well done. You got 3 left to get. 3 left to get. Luis Garcia, no. Moreno, no. Diego Costa, no. These aren't in there. 3 left to get. Torres, Fernando Torres, 8th. With 212 appearances. You got 2 left to get. Jose Enrique is a good answer. I like it. It's good, but it's not right. It's good, but it's not right. Jose Enrique not in there. You're missing number 9 and number 10. Number 9 had 187 appearances. And I'll give you a clue. Number 10 has got 175 so far. So there you go. Timbo, Monreal. Nacho Monreal, there he is, number 9. Nacho Monreal, 187 appearances. That's number 9. Good shout, Timbo. Diego Costa isn't right. Jake, no. Norberto Solano, J.O.S., he's Peruvian. And Perez is French, Chimey. Jose Enrique isn't in there. Chimey, there you go. Chimey's got it. It's Rodri. Rodri, not Xabi Alonso, Jake. It's Rodri. It's not Cucurella. It's not Jesus Games. Xabi Alonso would have been a good shout, but no, it is. Number 10 is Rodri. 175 appearance and counting. So he might well just overtake Nacho Monreal, depending on how long he stays in the Prem. But there's your top 10. That was a little fun game. I'm going to be doing one of them every half-time going forward. We just had... This is the top 10 Premier League Spaniards by number of appearances in the Prem. We had number 10, Rodri. 9, Nacho Monreal. Number 8, Fernando Torres. Number 7, Juan Mata. Number 6, Mikel Arteta. Hope he gets beat tonight. Number 5, Pepe Reina. Best goalkeeper ever after Alisson. 4, David Silva. 3, Cesar Azpilicueta, or Dave, as he's known. Some big changes coming on here for Chelsea, blimey. And 2 Cesc Fabregas and 1 David De Gea. Caicedo's coming on for Chelsea. Mark Guiu's coming on for Chelsea, as is Jamie Bino Gittins. Who's going off, importantly? Garnacho's off. Andres Santos is off. Lavia's off. Lavia's had an absolutely shocking first half, it has to be said. An absolutely dreadful first half. FM No Casuals, the top 10 French one will shock you. I've just done the top 10 French ones. I did that one yesterday, mate. You might have missed that one. Igor Jesus coming on for Forest. I'm guessing for Taiwo Awoniyi. Yeah, Taiwo Awoniyi's going off. Igor Jesus coming on. Bit more mobility up there for Forest. A little bit more dynamism, a little bit more pace and energy for him, because I don't think Taiwo Awoniyi didn't really put himself about enough. Joe, I'll see you later, pal. Got some coursework to catch up on. No worries, man. Take it easy. I'll see you in a bit. Timbo says Lavia was poor, but also made a goal-saving clearance. Came on late. It was Nzogbia that got me. Right, here we go. Chelsea, can they get into this one? Chelsea starting fast. Ball floated over to the far side, headed in, and good save from Sells. Three-star Reds, if Chelsea give Jesus a sniff at goal, he'll take the chance. Well, do we think they will? This is the thing. Chelsea had very little chances in the first half. It was all Forest, really, for most of it. And do we think Forest are likely to rue those missed chances? Tom, is it still 0-0? It is, mate, yeah, still 0-0. Just kicked off second half. Chelsea have made some big changes, bringing on Caicedo, bringing on Gittins, bringing on Mark Guiu. Forest have taken off Taiwo Awoniyi and put Igor Jesus up front. Timbo, I'm going to go again, Key. You're ahead of my broadcast. Don't want you spoiling every play for me. Get on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube and pause the game then, can't you? You can pause where you're up to. I'm live on YouTube right now. At least on YouTube you can pause it. Fulham FC says, we will win today against Arsenal. I hope so. I really hope so. Liam Manning says, Palmer out for another 6 weeks. England World Cup in doubt for him. No, I don't think so. I think he goes to that World Cup even if he doesn't play between now and the end of the season. He's probably one of the top 3 players in the squad, I would say. Free kick here for Rangers. For Reece James to put into the box. Right-footed. So poor from Reece. How anyone can argue that that fella's better than Trent Alexander-Arnold, I have no idea. He's not even in the same league as Trent Alexander-Arnold. Shocking. Ball in, chance, Chelsea 1-0, there you go. It's a ball in and it's Ashampong with the header. It's so easy. It's so easy and Forest have conceded. Oh, Forest. Forest, we needed you to hang on a little bit longer, make more of a game of this. They've played really well, Forest, but Ange Postecoglou, Oh, he looks absolutely shell-shocked. They've come out second half, Chelsea, and gone straight in front. It was a lovely run down the left-hand side. I don't know who it is who stands it up. Who is it who stands it up here? It's a lovely run down the left-hand side. I think it might be Neto. And he hangs it up, and it's just lingering on the penalty spot. Well, maybe the 6-yard box, actually. And Ashampong all alone. Stood all alone. Shocking from Forest defensively. Ashampong, the easiest header he's ever likely to score. So easy. FM No Casuals 25 minutes in, and no one's talking about Man United. Is everyone okay? Well, Chelsea have gone in front. Here we go, says 3-Star Reds. House 3 centre-backs got beat there. Honestly, they just weren't marking him. They just were not marking him. They had no interest in marking that in that phase of play, Nottingham Forest. And now, listen, we might actually have a game on, because we've got a goal early in the second half. Maybe Forest will push out now. They'll have to. They've got to go for it. They've got to go and get up the other end of the pitch and start creating a few more chances. They can't rely on Chelsea in hitting them on the counter-attack. Here's João Pedro. Better. That's going to be a free kick on the edge of the box for Chelsea in a dangerous area. Morato causing real problems for him. Timbo, Pedro Neto, that's what we love to see. 1-0 Rory O'Connor, it is indeed, yep. Free kick to Chelsea on the edge of the box, about 18 yards out, dead central. Maybe 20 yards out, just outside the box. Yeah, about 20 yards out. Forest 0, Chelsea 1. Reece James stood over it, Neto stood over it. It's certainly shaped more for a left footer. So I would expect Reece James maybe to stand to one side, but it's one of them that if you get this over the wall, and it's on target, chances are it's probably in the net because it's so close. You just need to get it round that wall or over the wall, and if you get it on target from here, it's probably going in. It's too close for the keeper. So he might just go for power. It suits Neto more than it does Reece James, but I wonder if Reece James will pull rank on this one. 51 minutes on the clock. Are we going to get a second? Neto, strike. It's 2. I told you, straight through the wall. It's 2. Neto gets him in front. Oh, it's absolutely shocking. It's shocking from Forest. They have collapsed early in the second half here. It's 2 goals in 90 seconds, basically, and Forest have just folded. Chelsea have got all of it now. That's the 3 points for Chelsea as far as I'm concerned. Forest aren't going to come back to this one. Oh, Matt Sells, you've got to do better. You've got to do better there, Sells. Rory O'Connor had the first half go. I missed it. I'll be honest, mate. Chelsea should have probably been a goal down at least in that first half. Forest played all right, and we said coming into the second half, we said if anyone's going to rue missing those chances, Forest are really going to they're going to rue it. They're going to rue missing those chances. They had some really big chances in the first half. They didn't take them, and now they're 2 down. Douglas Luiz has gone off. Marinakis is looking absolutely furious in the stands. And Ange Postecoglou, for all of his kicking off and his defence of his management abilities, it's looking less and less likely that Forest get anything out of this game. Sells needs to save that, says Reece. I think, yeah, I agree, man. Mr. C says, Nuno says he'll win a trophy in his second season. At this rate, he'll be in the Championship. Well, Chelsea pushing forward. Forest, chance. Oh, unlucky. Three-Star Red says the crowd have turned on him. Douglas Luiz off, Hudson-Odoi on. Well, Enzo Maresca's just chilling in the stands there. Oh, naughty that from Malo Gusto. thought Chelsea at evens was a steal. Oh, have you backed him? Have you backed Chelsea? Michael, Forest look to be fighting a relegation season unless the situation improves. They should never have got rid of Nuno. I don't think. I think Ange Postecoglou will turn it round. Or at least I hope I do. I hope they do. Mr. C, calling it now. We're drawing with City today. Behave yourself. Everton aren't getting anything out of City. You're going to get stuffed 3 or 4-0 at City. Haaland will get a hat-trick. Here's Forest. Oh, they're throwing it away here, Forest. Elliot Anderson's the only one putting any effort in. It's going to be a throw into Forest. Dive from Chelsea. Gittins throwing himself on the floor. Oh, corner. Unlucky. Forest back into it, maybe. It's going to be a corner. A Champong puts it behind. Michael says, Kieran, do you see Chelsea as title favourites? No. Chelsea can't win the league. Chelsea will struggle to get top 4. They won't win the league. No chance they're winning the league. Mr. C, you've said it too many times, lad, and we haven't. Can't be trusted. Oh, you pop back. You pop back at R5 for the Fulham Arsenal game. We'll see. We'll see. Because I think Everton have been trounced by that point. Here we go. Chelsea on the counter-attack. Forest just about get it away. FM No Casuals, Chelsea, Salford, Southampton, Bayern and Marseille. Marseille at home to Le Havre. That one stinks. That one stinks of a Le Havre nicking a draw or something. Timbo Slice, poor keys, gutted, Chelsea are winning. Of course I am. They're annoying. You don't want Chelsea winning. Nobody wants Chelsea winning. Apart from Chelsea fans. Forest up the touchline. He's gone too negative. That's been his problem today, Ange Postecoglou. He's kind of gone against his whole philosophy. When I looked at that lineup, I thought to myself, he's gone against what he thinks. That's not the way that Ange Postecoglou would play this game. If he was at Spurs, if he was at Celtic, he would be a little bit more forward thinking. And instead what he's done is he's let the pressure get to him a little bit. And I feel like he's gone, I can't lose this game today. Chelsea are in, it could be 3. No, referee stopped the game. Yeah, he's let it get to him. He's let it get to him. Mr. C, I'll pop back if we draw or win. Alright, see you tomorrow then, Chief. Liam Manning, if it wasn't for Edu rocking the boat, Nuno would have stayed. He has ruined Forest. If we lose, I'll be putting my Grealish pyjamas on and crying in bed. Right, Morato's down here for Forest. I think he's just tying his laces. I thought he might have had an issue, but he's alright. He's okay. 57 minutes on the clock. Jim, you called that free kick exactly how it went. I said it, didn't I? I did say it. I thought that would be exactly how it went. If you get it on target, it's in. It's too close, and I fancied Pedro Neto to score it as well. Are there Grealish Everton pyjamas? Is that a thing? I bet you it is. I bet you it is. I bet Everton fans have actually got Jack Grealish pyjamas. That's such an Everton thing. Oh, they're in down the left-hand side. Chelsea. Shots. Oh, unlucky. Nearly 3. João Pedro went for the near post. I'll get some made. Yeah, make them really tight around the calf area as well. just have muscles on the calf area, and then they're really, really tight fitted in the calves. Forest down the right hand side. Half an hour to make a difference in this one. He's got to make a couple of changes, I think. Maybe not even in personnel, just in playing style, because they're getting played through far too easily. Michael says Chelsea are the FIFA World Club champions. That doesn't mean anything, Michael. They lost to Botafogo, mate. You know, it's a competition that didn't exist competition that didn't exist a couple of years ago. So it's, no, you can't put too much stock in them being world champions. Only Chelsea fans put stock in that. Nobody actually thinks Chelsea are the best side in the world, do they? Nobody thinks that. So the whole world champions badge is, quite frankly, laughable. They're not the best side in London. They're barely the best side in West London. So the idea that Chelsea are world champions is nonsense. K Mark says score check. It is Nottingham Forest 0, Chelsea 2. And they still have Cole Palmer to come back. They should get stronger. Well, that is true. Yeah, no, and I don't deny for 1 second that Chelsea have got a very, very talented group of attacking players. The problem with Chelsea is they just can't defend. Can't defend. Timbo Slice, the World Cup meant nothing when it was first made. Now look at it. Not saying the Club World Cup is the same, but... Right, so if you're not saying the Club World Cup is the same, can we just disregard that entire comment you've made? Because it's nonsense. You're not comparing it to the World Cup, but you are comparing it to the World Cup. Let's just remember you're an intelligent guy, Timbo, and we'll forget you said that. We'll all forget you didn't say that. That's far better. Liam Manning says Forest, Wolves and Burnley to go down now. Leeds aren't getting away from that. Timbo, I'm saying tournaments start somewhere. Oh, sweet lord. Right, long ball up the touchline. Forest with a chance. Hudson-Odoi. Come on. Let's get one back. Good chance for Forest. Then in the box. Pulls it back. Hit it. That's going to be a corner, ref, surely. Is it? Unlucky Nico Williams. Unlucky. John says, when do Chelsea get Delat back? I think he's due back around end of November, isn't he? I'm sure he's got another 4 to 6 weeks out. Good ball in. Chance. Oh, have you missed it? Nico Williams has missed an absolute sitter. It should be 2-1. And Ange Postecoglou has his head in his hands. He knows that was a huge opportunity. If Forest get that one back, then maybe they get something from this game. It's a lovely ball in from the left-hand side from Zinchenko. And it's over to his other fullback on the opposite side. Nico Williams, right-footed. All he had to do was keep it down. That's all he had to do. And he skies it over the bar. Under the Floodlight says, Reece James assist. Did I hear you say something about James? Did you watch the goal, mate? Because the Reece James assist is literally him rolling a free kick like an inch and then Neto tapping it in. That's, well, not tapping it in. Neto smashed it in from 20 yards out. But Reece James literally just tapped it to one side. That's not an assist. That's never an assist. Timbo says the Club World Cup could be massive in 20 years. What do we know? And it might be. I very much doubt it, but it isn't massive now, and therefore the trophy that you won this summer is not massive. You've basically won a pre-season tournament. That's what you've won. You've won. You might as well have won the Premier League Summer Series. That's basically what you've won. Well done. The fact you've put a badge on your shirt for it is hilarious, if I'm honest. As massive as the Papa John's trophy. It is basically that, and it's the LDV Vans trophy, the Johnston's Paint trophy. Actually, they're better because you actually have to qualify for them. You don't qualify for the FIFA Club World Cup. You just got invited. Jonty says they're going to force it to be big, but I agree it's nothing currently. It is nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It is a pre-season trophy. That is it. That's what Chelsea won. Well done. Forest down the left-hand side. Igor Jesus in the box. Back to Hudson-Odoi. They're too slow here, Forest. They've got to move off the ball. Igor Jesus. He doesn't want it. He's got to be in the area. That's not the position they want you in, Chief. Hudson-Odoi lays it off to the edge of the box. No, too easy. Nico Williams. It's going to be a corner. Glorified Charity Shield, says John. And Sip Bob says, what's the score for tomorrow's game? For Liverpool against United, it's going to be Liverpool 4, Man United 0. There you go. Maybe at a push we only score 3. Maybe 3-0. We'll let them off. But we'll wipe the floor with United tomorrow. We will absolutely wipe the floor with them. Ball whipped in from Forest. Header. Oh, good save. Get it back in. Oh, you missed it. It's another corner. Oh, Sangare. It was Milenkovic, with the header. Big save from Robert Sanchez off the corner. And Sangare picks it up. And it's a big save to hip it over the bar. And now it's another corner. Forest putting a lot of pressure on here. The game's come to life. Timbo says, I think PSG were asked. Mate, they were asked because of the money. That was it. They got paid a chunk of money and they knew they were on for a bonus. That's literally all. That's the only reason they were interested. There's no prestige to it, is there? Because all the teams that were in it, it was loads of nobodies. You can't have a World Club Championship that doesn't have Barcelona in it, doesn't have Liverpool in it, doesn't have Arsenal in it, doesn't have the best teams in the world in it, really. Ethan, who's going to win tomorrow, United or Liverpool? Liverpool, obviously. Forest, get it in. Mick92, how's it going, mate? Good to see you. How are you feeling about the City game coming up? Timbo says, regardless of the motivation, the games were competitive still. And pre-season games are competitive, aren't they? Yeah, they're all competitive. They're all warming up for the season. And there's, a bit of money riding on it. So, yeah, there's a bit of interest. But there's no prestige to it. No one's bothered. It's not like a Champions League game or a European game or even a Premier League game. It's not that competitive. Mick92 says mixed. Think you'll get anything out of it? I fancy Everton will get quite... And obviously, look, you're going to say, copite, gobshite. I do fancy Everton will get battered by City this afternoon. I fancy maybe a 3 or 4-0 to City. I just feel like it's coming. Haaland's in ridiculous form. Timbo, is more competitive than a Premier League series game or whatever. Come on, Key. But it still wasn't as competitive as Premier League games or Champions League games, wasn't it? So we agree. You're saying maybe it was a touch more competitive than a pre-season tournament, but it wasn't as competitive as a normal Premier League game. And you've got a badge for winning that on your shirt. So let's just revise all this. You've got a badge for winning a pre-season tournament. That's it. Can't wait to hear what Ange has to say after this. They've been all right though, mate. They have been okay. They've been all right, Forest. They've had a couple of big chances in the first and the second half. They just started the second half really leggy. Mick92, he is, to be honest, that's my worry, but you need to go at them. Rube says the Club World Championship shouldn't have Arsenal, and if they haven't won anything for years. No, listen, I agree that Arsenal maybe shouldn't have been included in a pre-season tournament invitational because they haven't won anything for years. I agree with that. However, it's undeniable that if you're naming the top 5, top 10 teams in world football right now, you would include Arsenal, wouldn't you? You would say Arsenal are top 10 in the world right now. So to have a tournament that has the likes of, Inter Miami or whatever, you've got teams who are out there who shouldn't really be in it, and you've got teams like Arsenal and Liverpool who are sat at home and Barcelona twiddling their thumbs. Arsenal are top 5 in the world. Well, I don't know about top 5, but top 10 definitely. Top 10 for sure. Michael, PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Man City were all in the FIFA World Club Championship and the prize money was bigger than the Champions League. Those teams took the tournament seriously. Nah, I don't think they did, mate. I don't think they did. The players didn't take it seriously. The players aren't that bothered about the... Listen, I'm sure the manager will have drilled them for it. There's no prestige or honour to it, is there? Nobody is saying at the end of their career, like when they get asked, what did you win? No one's bothered about a FIFA World Club Championship. It's a charity shield. It's a pre-season tournament. Nobody's naming that. The fact that the prize money was big only mattered to the men upstairs. It didn't matter to the players. None of the players were asked about it. It probably meant a little bit more to the players than an ordinary pre-season game, because they'd have got a big bonus, wouldn't they? And I'm sure that's what the guys upstairs said. Listen, if you win this, we'll give you the big bonus. And therefore, they probably did try a touch harder. But I'm sure they weren't all that arse. Christ, you can't... What can't they buy with their wages anyway? That another, a 10 grand or a 50 grand bonus would have given them. Not bothered. Money doesn't matter to these people anymore. Matters more to the men upstairs. Chance for Forest. Chance. And it's won. There you go. Is it in? How's that stayed out? How's that stayed out? Oh, Igor Jesus off the bar. He has to score. And now Chelsea up the other end. Here's João Pedro. Hit it. Oh, skies it. Jesus Christ. Igor Jesus missing an absolute sitter. Off the bar, and it bounces down onto the post. Bar and post from Jesus. Really unlucky from Forest. Oh, it's a wonderful effort as well. So unlucky from Igor Jesus. Taylor H just says, luck is on our side for Chelsea. No kidding. Absolutely no kidding. It's shocking, that, really. Sam, hey Key, hopefully we get that win today. Been playing better the last few games. I'm rooting for you, mate. Yeah, it's going to be a good game, that one. Up at Sunderland, isn't it, you've got today? So, yeah, tough away trip, that, for Wolves. But it's going to be a big game. Given it's a 6-pointer, that, isn't it? It's a 6-pointer. You've got to go up there, I think, and get at least a point. Timbo says Luis Enrique was shoving João Pedro to the ground after the game, but guess they weren't arse. Well, that just shows that there was someone mouthing off. That happens in pre-season games, mate. I've seen fights at pre-season games. That doesn't mean anything. But again, you're desperately trying to create this narrative that it meant something and that it's a big thing, and it really isn't. What was I saying? So, did Did we know, by the way? I'm focusing on doing another little segment that we're introducing to the channel called Where Are They Now? Thought this was an interesting time to bring it up, seeing as we've got a little lull in possession. Although Forest are coming forward now. Here's Callum Hudson-Odoi. Unlucky. Yeah, did we know that Mark Viduka, ex-Leeds United, Middlesbrough, Newcastle, probably played for a few others, Celtic, a few others that I didn't really remember. He bounced around a bit. Mark Viduka, after he retired, he now runs a coffee shop in Zagreb. Did you know that? Took a step back from the limelight, finished his game, finished football, and he now runs a coffee shop in Zagreb in Croatia. Little quiet life. John Steve, did you know he's also related to Luka Modric? I did, yes. Yeah. There's a few Australian-Croatian players, like, there's ties, isn't there, with Croatia and Australia? There's quite a few who've played for Australia, played for, or come from Croatia. They've got Croatian heritage and played in Australia. Don't know why. You get two countries often where there is a little bit of a weird linkage. Timbo says David Luiz and Willian have a Brazilian restaurant together in London. Really? I didn't know that. Charmy says not as shocking as Luton manager Jack Wilshere being Luton manager. Yeah, I mean, Jack Wilshere's just, oh, great play by Hudson-Odoi. Chance must be. Hit it! Oh my God, Forest. How many times Sangare's just skied it over the bar? How many times are Forest going to throw this away? Oh. It's been a bad day, this. It's been a really, really bad day for Forest. They've played quite well, actually, in parts. It's a shame. They get down the left-hand side, and it's just Elliot Anderson pulls it to the edge of the box, and Sangare's missed 2 sitters for Forest. 2 absolute sitters. Timbo says Jack Wilshere's Luton manager is like when you went 20 years into an FM save. Yeah, and you've got the wonder kid that you brought through is all of a sudden like 60. It's mad. People play it for that long, don't they, as well? Unlucky. See, once I've played maybe, I think the longest I've gone on one career for footy manager is about maybe 8 or 9 years. And after that, once you finish about 8 or 9 seasons, I get bored. I've usually, by that point, it's usually time for the next footy manager to come out. Okay, Estevao about to come on for Chelsea, and it's Neto going off. Rubes, I think Wilshere will do well. What makes you say that? A lot of ex-players don't tend to do well. Don't know why Wilshere would be any different, I guess. Doesn't really seem to be a player that has... Although manager... I mean, yeah, as a person, I always thought Jack Wilshere was quite... Not unprofessional, but he gave the impression that his talent was greater than his work ethic. You know, he smoked quite a lot, didn't he? Now, I know Wayne Rooney smoked, but I feel like Wayne Rooney's body wasn't letting him down in the way that Jack Wilshere's was. Jack Wilshere was forever going on. He drunk quite a lot, didn't he? And he smoked quite a lot. Or there was always, maybe I don't know about him drinking quite a lot, but he smoked quite a lot. He was always pictured on nights out and stuff. So I always get the impression, maybe it's just the media and the way they've portrayed it, I always get the impression that Jack Wilshere's maybe not not the most professional maybe as a player. Now, whether that or he wasn't the most professional as a player. Whether that carries into his career as a manager, I don't know. Timbo says Wayne Rooney could have probably played in the Prem at 12. He's an absolute physical freak. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. There's some players who can just get away with it, can't they? And there's some players who the body repeatedly lets them down through no fault of their own. And them, you've got to kind of... They have to be mega, mega disciplined. Like, you look at Cristiano Ronaldo and how he looks after himself and how that's given his career longevity. Whereas Messi maybe hasn't had to do the sort of things that Ronaldo does in terms of finishes a game immediately into an ice bath, and then he'll does like cycling underwater. He's had his entire house adapted so he can have like oxygen chambers in there and stuff like that. Like Cristiano Ronaldo has sought every physical advantage he can possibly get. Messi maybe hasn't had to do. I'm not saying he's not done the ice baths and stuff, but I don't think Messi's maybe had to do as much of that. Dylan Barton says, my longest footy manager save right now is the one I'm playing currently. Bromley are in a Champions League final in 2047 against Fenerbahce, and they're managed by the one and only Fabinho. Bloody hell. John Steve says, Southampton 20 shots and still no way through. Crazy. Yeah, it's... What other games have we got? I need Derby. I need a Derby goal. A Derby goal, a Southampton goal. Ideally a Stevenage goal as well. Three-star Reds, 200 to 1. Just won at Ascot, not backed it though. It's always the way, innit? Always the way. Three-legged rocking horse wins it at Ascot and nobody's backed it. Honestly, you can't back the horses. Stay away from the horses. There's no real way of knowing the horses. Jake says, what's your predictions for the Toon match, Key? I think 1-1. Yeah, 1-1. Cheers for the gifts, mate. Thank you. I think it's going to be 1-1. I think Brighton have got enough to score and cause Newcastle some problems. I think Newcastle have got just enough to score and cause Brighton some problems, but I don't think either of them have got enough to really cement, really nail down the win. I think defensively both teams have problems. I think finger in the draw, I'd probably say Brighton are more inclined to win it than Newcastle, but Newcastle might well do okay. I don't know. I would say a draw, and that's me sitting on the fence a little bit. Tony says Palace, City and Arsenal 10 to win 45. See, City will win. I think Arsenal to win's a good shout. Palace against Bournemouth is the problem there, Tony. Palace aren't beating Bournemouth. Not the way that Andoni Areola's playing. I'd be listen, I'll be back at 5:30 for the Arsenal game or 5 o'clock for the Arsenal game. Come back and let me know how you've got on. If Palace and City have won, I think you've won it. Because I think Arsenal probably do win against Fulham. I hope I'm wrong. I'm rooting for a Fulham win or a draw. But I do think that Palace will let you down on that one. Chelsea, chance to make it 3. It's going to be a corner. Esteval, unlucky. Tony, Palace for my boy Richards. Will do, brother. Good to see you in a bit, Tony, if you come back. Hopefully you do, mate. Ball whipped in, header, Chelsea, it's 3, it's Reece James as well. Oh, it's Trent Alexander-Arnold's worst younger brother, Reece James. 3-0 Chelsea, easy peasy. Ange Postecoglou in the mud, Forest. It's a bad day for Forest. And do you know what? On a different day, Forest could have got something out of this game. Chelsea fans will look at it and go, oh, we battered him 3-0. It's not the case. It isn't the case. Chelsea have been very, very fortunate today. Very fortunate. 3-star Reds, Forest ain't beating Bournemouth next week. Bournemouth's a tough follow-up fixture for this one, isn't it? Yeah, Chelsea at home and then Bournemouth again straight after that. That could be Ange Postecoglou really struggling. Liam says, bye-bye Forest, what you deserve after getting rid of your best manager in years. JEFC, Everton away, Winky. Behave yourself. You're getting absolutely trounced. 3 or 4-0. Erling Haaland 3 or. I've treble captained Erling Haaland today. I have triple captained Erling Haaland. That's how much I think Everton will get a chance of winning something today. 3-star Reds, just watching a spider climbing up and down my wall. It's top class entertainment. Oh, unfortunate. Nottingham Forest fans. It's not a happy time. Jake says, Brighton are Newcastle's bogey team, especially away. I mean, they're a tough team for everyone, aren't they? Let's be honest, they're a really tough team. Taylor says, the best right back in the league. Behave yourself. Behave yourself. Look at that. Look at all those Forest fans pouring out of the City ground. Oh, it's a bad night for Forest. And I'll tell you something. They've got Porto. They've got Porto in midweek. And I think Porto for the next... Oh, that's a naughty one. It's a yellow card. Who's that? For Gusto. Gusto's a lucky boy. He should have been sent off him. But yeah, listen, Forest have got Porto in midweek, and I think that might be a decisive game for Ange Postecoglou already. He's got to win that one. Porto at the City ground. I'm going to be live for it. Looking forward to it. Oh, it is a red. It is a red card for Gusto. I thought it was. Yeah, red card, Gusto. 2 yellows, off your pop. Pumelo Dube, how are you? I'm good, mate. Thank you. And Liam says, going back to that Spanish quiz, what is the manager that's had the most games in the league? Oh, it's got to be Pep, hasn't it? Surely it's Pep Guardiola. Benitez probably not far behind, but I would say it's Pep. Surely it's Pep Guardiola. Yeah. Surely. He's been manager for like a decade. Benitez had, what, 5 years with us? And then he had maybe a couple of years at Newcastle... Everton, Chelsea. Nah, Benitez ain't there. Arteta's not there yet. Good morning, Gav. How's it going? Yeah, Gusto sent off for Chelsea. Jay says 4 defeats to the Copites. Will that still be a blip or a crisis key? No, it won't be a crisis. We'll wipe the floor with United tomorrow. I don't know what you're worrying about. We'll absolutely wipe the floor with them. John, I thought you meant player manager. Player manager? Callum the Copite last 4 City Ev games at City. 1-1, 2-0, 1-1, 3-0. Well, time for 4-0 then. Time for 4-0, innit? Josh, score predictions for the rest of the Premier League games. So I think City win against Everton 3-0. Yeah, 3-0 I think for City, Everton. I think Palace, Bournemouth. 1-1. No, 2-2. 2-2 Palace, Bournemouth. I think Sunderland Wolves is going to be 1-1. I know I'm sitting on the fence for a fair few of these, but I think it's going to be 1-1 for Sunderland Wolves. I think Palace Bournemouth 2-2. 3-0 City against Everton. Burnley 2, Leeds 1. And Brighton 1, Newcastle 1. There you go. Stanley, amazing Liverpool kits. Cheers, Stanley. Good to see you, mate. Under the floodlights, what was we saying about Reece James again? He's shocking. He's shocking. Three-star Reds, Ange on the touchline with his hands in his pockets, not ranting and raving at them. It's like watching McLaren as England manager. The thing is, there's not a lot you can do. Why would ranting and raving makes him look like he's lost control? He's got to appear as if he's in control at all times. QPR 1, Millwall 2. Liam Manning, Burnley winning and getting 2. 0 ball knowledge. Timbo says, we all have players that we just irrationally hate, and Keys is Reece James. Listen, I don't hate Reece James. I just don't think he's very good. Oh, he's got player of the match here from TNT. How's he got player of the match? What? Do you know what? That's the stat virgins of the game, that. He tapped the ball to one side, Neto fired it in. That's an assist. And he's got a tap in. So he's got a tap in and an assist that should never be an assist. Reece James, man of the match. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely dreadful. M157, how's your morning been? Well, it was a lot better before this game. I thought Forest had a chance of getting something. But alas, Chelsea 3-0 up. There's 5 added minutes at the end of the game. Here's Hudson-Odoi. He's ran it straight out of play. Liam says it'll be tough, but they will scrap a win at most, but I reckon we win. Callum, other than 4-1 City and 5-2 Real Madrid and 3-0 Atalanta, how many times have we got pounded at home? Arsenal in the League Cup a few years ago. Was it 6-2 or 6? Yeah, the Arsenal battered us in the League Cup at home a few years ago. We haven't got too many where we've been really, really battered. Taylor says, man of the match, chat to me now, Key. Do you know what? I actually think Pedro Neto. I think Pedro Neto was the difference maker. The run that he created for the first goal, I thought he was absolutely brilliant. And then he scores the goal himself. So I'm baffled, really, that Pedro Neto hasn't got it. I think Pedro Neto is by far the man of the match. I don't know how Reece James gets it. No idea. Pedro Neto, that's just English bias for me. Pedro Neto creates the first out of nothing, scores the second out of nothing, has to be Neto. How does it get given to Reece James? Crazy. M15 says they're giving man of the match because it's his 200th game. They're just being nice. Well, we've got 2 minutes left here at the City Ground. Forest have got a free kick. Maybe they can get a little consolation. 3-star Red, see you later. Thanks for the stream, mate. Yeah, no worries, man. I'll be back at 5 o'clock for Arsenal Fulham. So give us a follow, subscribe and all that good stuff, and I'll see you in a little bit. Forest chance. Oh, they're shite, Forest, aren't they? They are absolutely shocking. Oxford United 1, Derby 0. 45 seconds to go in this one. Timbo, I'm happy for Neto today. He plays well most weeks, but doesn't have the end product to back it up. That's true. Yeah, and he's delivered today, hasn't he? A couple of really good goals. Or a couple of really good moments in the match that have basically won the game for Chelsea. Charmy says, Neto reminds me of Navas. He does a little bit, doesn't he? Yeah, a little bit of Jesus Navas. Yeah, really quick. Doesn't always deliver in the moment when he needs to, but he can do it all, can't he? He can beat a man, drop a shoulder, loads of pace. Just doesn't turn up when you need him to. Robert Sanchez has done quite well today. I'll give him a bit of credit. I think that's full time. There you go. There you go. Full time. Nottingham Forest 0. Chelsea 3. Ange Postecoglou. Where do we go from here? Difficult day for Ange Postecoglou, difficult day for the Forest fans. I will be back at 5 o'clock for Fulham against Arsenal. I'm looking forward to these 3 o'clock games now. I'm going to go and watch them. Let's see how Everton get on at City. Let's see how Burnley and Leeds get on. Let's see how Wolves and Sunderland for a couple of 6-pointers there. Palace and Bournemouth too. I think that's going to be unbelievable. Really looking forward to these games at 3 o'clock, and I'll catch you at 5. And we'll see how those games have gone. Take it easy. See you at 5 o'clock for Fulham and Arsenal.